Breaking news, breaking news, breaking news. Yo, P. Diddy got busted for drinking jailhouse hooch in Fort Dix after he did everything to get there, requested it, told the judge he's been sober for a year, he got his life together, he had an alcoholic problem and he's good now, and they sent him to the RDAP, only give him 48 months. I want your opinion on this. Is he a damn fool or is he just Diddy? All right. All right, you know what it is. Unique Mecca Audio, man. Yo, everybody's talking about this on YouTube. They making a fool of him. I got my man here right now, right? Official brother that did time and the feds know how it go. So I don't want you to just hear it from me. I got my man Mojo here, right? Mojo the Bishop. He gonna tell you who he is, but, you know, sit back, man. Hold on. Let me let y'all hear this so you can see how they making fun of these, you know, how they doing Diddy, Harlem's finest. Come on.
Stuff up. Guess who just got caught drinking in prison? In prison. Sean P. Diddy Combs. Apparently, Diddy and some of his jailhouse buddies have been making their own liquor. A source told TMZ that at the low security prison at Fort Dix, where Diddy is being housed, they were making alcohol with Fanta, sugar, and apples, which the inmates give 2 weeks to ferment into an alcoholic substance, and then they can drink. Apparently.
Now, let me bring my man up here, Rocco. We're going to take a ride. Let's take a ride. Y'all want to take a ride? Huh? Y'all want to take a ride? Let me know if you want to take a ride. All right? Now, let me bring my man up here, man. Tell him who you are, where you from, man. And what you was locked up for and why you qualified. All right?
All right, my name Rich, man. They call me Mojo out there in the streets, man. From the Bronx. I was locked up for conspiracy to distribute cocaine. I did 24 years. I just came home. I had life without parole, man. I got pardoned by the president, or my sentence commuted, rather. Y'all been in the system for years, man. This Diddy joint is kind of wild. I'm not even mad at Diddy partying. I'm mad at the fact that they let him get caught with this shit.
Yeah,
He the big dog, man. Ain't never supposed to be getting caught with no shit like that. But what did he think about?
All right. Yo, this is a gangster channel, man. So y'all better share this link with somebody because Mojo gonna break it down. You know? Yo, if you can't hear me, go out and come back in and do
play another one of them joints, you.
Yo, you know, Yo, could you hear me, family? Hey, yo. Okay, yo, listen, man. Let me take him off. Yo, he obviously can't hear me, right? But Mojo gonna go out and he gonna come back in and he gonna break down to you why there was no way that Diddy was supposed to be taking the weight for no alcoholic charge. You know what I mean? There's no way he's supposed to be taking the weight for the alcoholic charge. See, the way it's supposed to go, Diddy's the breadwinner. If Diddy feeding the car, right? If Diddy's feeding the car, that means that you have soldiers for everything. You got a soldier to claim a wine charge. You got soldiers to claim a knife charge. You got soldiers to claim any type of charge. And that's what it is, just like you out here. You riding around the car, Lil Durk riding in the car, Young Thug riding in the car. You know what I mean? Finesse 2 times, Honeycomb Brazy, they all riding in the car, right? Now, they got their soldiers with them, and the police pull them over, and they got one gun in the car. You tell me who's supposed to claim that gun. And it's Honeycomb's gun. You know? And it's, you know, Lil Durk. It's the main artist's gun. Put in the comments who you think is supposed to take that, man. Put in the comments who you think is supposed to take that. And I'm going to tell you right now to not slow the show down, and Mojo going to break it down a little further because he can hear what I'm saying. One of his soldiers is supposed to take it to free him, and then he'll be able to go get the money to bail him out and get the case resolved or thrown out. Right? Let's bring Mojo up here. I want Mojo to talk to you, man. Mojo.
Yeah, I'm with you. I agree with you. I'm saying that anybody who's somebody behind that ball, including Diddy, who just got there partying, whatever the case may be, you're supposed to have some people around you. If you somebody in that joint, you have some people around you that's willing to take that charge. That's their job. They ain't good for nothing else, man. Take that charge. They're gonna break you off. Make sure you straighten that shoe. You know what I'm saying? But the big dog ain't supposed to be catching no charge like that and going down. How does that make sense for him to be out of circulation in the box? Or how does it make sense for him delaying his release? Because now he don't get all dap. He possibly won't get all dap. He's losing good time. That's a 100 series shot. That joint don't disappear for 10 years. It stays on your record for 10 years. They're going to hold that against that man for 10 years. The disciplinary process ain't fair, so he's going to get found guilty without a question. What is he doing? Who's around him? He needs to get a better group of people around him that's going to defend him and protect him.
Now, that happened within his first week there, right? So
Yeah.
my point is, he just get on the compound, so he don't know who was who, right?
Yeah.
So he need to reach out to us men out here. He could have reached out to Lou Sims. You know, Lou got a big, strong arm up in there.
That's a fact.
You know what I mean? What he
That's a
should have
fact.
did is, but they dealing with people that don't really know. They should have reached out to Lou. Lou would have made a phone call in there and would have found out who was in there. They would have put him under the wing and they would have let him know how to move, and they would have put a barrier, a structure around him so that by any means necessary, he make it out on that date. Now he may not even get the RDAC time because he got a 100 series shot.
That's a fact.
Now he may not. Now, if Donald Trump don't pardon him, he will not get that RDAP. You know what I mean? Because you can't get a 100 series shot. You got to be incident free for like what, 5 years, right?
Yeah,
So
that joint 5 years. They're gonna hold that against him for 10. Though it's gonna stay on his record for 10.
No, I'm talking about to get into the program.
Oh yeah, they're gonna hold that against him for 5 years. That's quiet.
You understand what I'm saying? So now he's not gonna get that year off for that. So y'all can count that out. That's dead. He just killed that within his first week. So what else is he gonna kill and what else is he gonna run up? Is what we here thinking. What else think? Go ahead.
He got First Step. You know, they passed that First Step Act, so they're giving out all kind of credits right now. So for instance, if you go into prison right now, and you qualify for First Step Act credits, you are essentially doing 65% of your time. If you can get the full 10% or the 15% is even more. So if you just have to be in a program, you have to be programming and be shot free, and you end up doing just 65% of your time just on the muscle. He ain't no business catching that shot. They're gonna take 41 good days from him, and then that's gonna slow him up from even getting anything else in the future. It's gonna create a problem for him. And then now they're gonna smear him all in the public, in the court. Somebody's gonna go to court and somehow, some enterprising prosecutor is gonna go in the courtroom and make some type of motion saying he's violating some type of terms that he agreed to at sentencing or whatever the case. I don't know, man, but he's bugging for that. He pretty much set himself up to be in prison a little longer.
All right, so let me ask you this. So who do you think is to blame for that? Do you think that that's whoever went to him and presented themselves as the shot caller on the compound, that, they run the New York car? Because they said he checked in with the New York car. So now is the shot caller held responsible or is he held responsible? Break that down. Let's hear your opinion. Talk to him.
Me personally, the shot caller is responsible. They're supposed to get hold of Diddy when he get there. If he's claiming New York, they're supposed to run him down the whole, get down from that institution, who's who, what's what, who to stay away from, who to rock with, If he's in a unit, who's in your unit that you can rotate with, who to trust in that unit. They supposed to be putting some men around him, a personal assistant. A nigga like Diddy, supposed to put a personal assistant around him, a nigga clean his cell, a nigga to handle his affairs on the yard and put some security niggas with him, let walk around with him. So that was partially on New York, and there's some good men over there. So we don't know what happened. There's some good New York dudes over there, period.
All right. Now, I just wanted to know who was to blame for that. You know what I mean? Because he's coming in, he's green. He don't know nothing about that joint. He don't know nothing at all about Fort Dix, about prison, about none of that. So being that he don't know nothing about none of that, he don't know what to do. He don't know which way to turn. He don't know where to go. You know what I mean? So now you tell me in the comments, who do you think is to blame? Do you think that it was Diddy or the shot caller for the compound? Y'all want to be all up in our business now. So now we're going to let you in our business to put it in the comments. Why don't say put it in the comments on the screen? I need some help. Put it in the comments on the screen. I need y'all to put it in the comments. do you think that Diddy is to blame, or the people that he has around him that claim themselves to be the shot callers to blame? Y'all put in the comments, let's engage about it. Go back. There you go. What's up, Mojo? So what do you think about that?
I think Diddy officially responsible for his own actions. I mean, he should make better decisions. I mean, at the end of the day, he should have a better radar about who's around him. But still, at the end of the day, like I said, the whole New York car over there is out of pocket, man. They were supposed to wrap around the bro. He's a big bro, no matter what.
All right, like
know
you
what I'm
said,
saying?
let me say this. Let me say this. Let me break this down. I need the screen now. I got to give y'all some jewels right now, Rob. Check it out. So what he just said is that Diddy is responsible for his own actions. Don't put questions up that I got to answer right now while we're in the middle of a conversation. We'll put those questions up at the end. Right now, we'll let them know to subscribe to Unique Mecca Audio's daughter, Juanita Mecca Audio, and, you know, Real Boss TTTV. That's what we want to let them know right now. But you got, and, you know, made me lose my thought. Diddy's responsible for his own actions, right? But at the same time, he gets on a compound, and it's beneficial for these men to make sure that this warrior gets out safe and sound, so the warrior can reach back and help them, because God put Diddy in that situation to be around those men for a reason. So now it's who capitalized from that. So Diddy's responsible for his own actions, but they're responsible for their own actions towards what their personal or financial gain is for holding Diddy down. You understand? So by all means, like Mojo said, Diddy's responsible for his own actions, but at the same time, on the penitentiary level, on that compound, the shot caller is responsible for his actions, because he could crash the whole car route, meaning decide to go to war over something that's frivolous or don't mean nothing and would screw everybody's bid off. Break that down, Mojo, in your own words. All right?
Yeah, that's a fact. I mean, look, at the end of the day, they supposed to run down who Diddy supposed to be around, all of that. Yeah, the shot caller is responsible for that, because you don't want nobody that could compromise Diddy around him either. We supposed to be defending our own. So if he claiming New York, we supposed to make sure that he's safe and secure. Number one. Number two, we get and run everything down so he knows who to socialize with outside of that lane. Diddy now, because he went to trial, everybody knows he's not hot, so he's pretty much cleared. He's in the low. They don't care about shit like that. Once they clear, you supposed to know everything, man. You supposed to had a whole car wrap around you, you know what I'm saying, and guide you until you get your feet under you, period.
You know, well said. That's what we're talking about. But now they out here making all kinds of funds of Diddy, right? Let's see what they talking about with Diddy.
Guess who just got caught drinking in prison?
We heard that. We heard that. Hold up. Let's see.
Diddy. When will you learn your lesson? Oh my goodness. Let's hear what's being reported now. Okay, check it out, guys. TMZ just reported that Sean P. Diddy Combs was allegedly caught drinking alcohol. Homemade alcohol while serving his time at Fort Dix, guys. The homemade brew was reportedly made from Fanta soda, sugar, and apples, and left to ferment for about 2 weeks. So the article stated that he was in some trouble with prison officials. So I don't know what's going to happen. They may, I don't know, but I feel like he only has like a year and a half to do. A year and a half, and he had to drink alcohol. I think it's something else that he could have been occupying his time with, like reading some self-help books, working on personal development. I don't know. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. Is this?
You see what I'm saying? Anybody's just saying anything. Not to disrespect her, but I mean,
Diddy
come
just
on,
got
man.
caught with homemade alcohol in
Let's
his
hear what
jail
he gotta
cell.
say.
A couple weeks ago, he told the judge that this is his first time being sober in 25 years. Now, this homemade alcohol is called hooch. It's made from Fanta, sugar, and apples. You mix it all together and let it sit for weeks until it turns into alcohol. Now, the correctional officers was debating on if they wanted to move Diddy to another unit. While they was doing that, that's when they found the hooch in his jail cell, the homemade alcohol. Now, recently, when Diddy wrote a letter to the courts pleading for leniency, he said, "The old me died in jail and a new version of me was reborn. Prison would change you or unalive you. I choose to live. See, me personally, I ain't think Diddy was gonna go to jail and change. He been doing the same thing for 25 plus years. It's not like when he got locked up, he actually wanted some help. Like he was trying to find help and then they locked him up and now he has to get help. No, he was living the lifestyle and just got caught. It's like when somebody cheats, right? They ask you, do you feel bad that you got caught or you feel bad because you actually cheated? And of course, everybody's gonna say, you know, because I cheated, that's why I feel bad. But in reality, you only feel bad because you got caught. If you never got caught, then you was gonna keep doing what you've been doing. What y'all think about this?
All right, so I like the way he broke that down, right? I like the way he broke that down. Let me turn the speaker off. All right, yo, so that's where we at with it. What's the comment? They see the questions on the screen, so now we'll deal with some of the questions to see what's going on. We've been up here 15 minutes. I don't want to make this too long, you know. In his cell, it should have been in someone else's cell. Exactly right. But, right, G Money, G Code, you're 100% right. But I always got to give the flip side. He might have been drinking a little cup, you know what I mean? Took a little cuppy cup and went in the cell and sat it down. And if what this young man just reported, that they decided to move his cell, like his cell came up for cell rotation, because they do random cell rotations. But somebody in there should have told them, yo, they change cells every week, so make sure you clean by then. That's why you hook up with a shot caller that be able to explain all these things to you, you know? But, or they might say, I've never seen them move in a week. They normally move every 14 days. Maybe in a petty prison that's real strict, their cell move you every 10 days, but it's usually every 14 days, you know? And some prisons, some holds is 21 days. So that's where that's at. All right. So, you know, he might have just had the cup from what he was drinking, or it might have been just a little corner in it that he didn't think was nothing. The same way you riding down the street and you drop a board of weed, or you got a cup that you was drinking alcohol in, you ain't got nothing else in it, but the police pick the cup up that's empty and he could smell the alcohol in the cup, and now he want to breathalyze you. So it's the same type of thing. What is most likely probable the case is that it was the crabs in a barrel effect. Someone or many that are in don't want him to get out. A crab grabbed onto him as he has the ability to climb out. Yes and no. Yes, that's a crab that's not going to tell him the right thing to do. If a man is doing the wrong thing, that's one thing. You understand what I'm saying? But if a man is doing the wrong thing, that's one thing, right? But if he's doing the right thing, you understand what I'm saying? Of course, he's going to do the right thing. But the man that's doing the wrong thing, he's still supposed to tell the next man, don't follow in my footsteps because I screwed up. I know I screwed up. I take accountability, and I don't want to see you like that. You know what I mean? So that's what was supposed to happen. And yes, that's what makes him a crab, because he didn't give him the good advice. And I know he knows the good advice, because when people fall on rock bottom, they know why they fall on rock bottom, and they take responsibility. Leave April's comment up there. Let me finish this response. But that's where we at with that, so you understand. All right? Now, maybe Diddy resisted the team sent to help him. Nah, because what they reported, what I seen them report, I don't know, because I haven't made any phone calls and I ain't been out yet on the street to really hear what's really going on the inside. You know what I mean? Salute to Bigger. Please put that comment back so I know what I'm responding to. Right? So maybe Diddy resisted the team, right? They said Diddy went and identified that he was with the New York car. So from he said he was with the New York car, that's saying the team. The car is the team. Back in the days, we called it a crew and so on and so on, but that's what it is. So he didn't resist the team. You know what I mean? The wrong people on the team was around him is the way that play out. You know? All right, next comment. Salute to Bigger BX, my brother in the house. Always there. He been trying to get me to go back into the prison stories, so I got to do it. You know what I mean? Is this the same comment as before? What is most likely probably the case is that the crab's in a barrel. I need a different comment. All right. I don't believe this story. Okay, they don't believe the story. How many people don't believe this story? Put it in the comments. We can put it on the screen, put it in the comments. If you don't believe it, put it in the comments. You know, let me know why you don't believe this this joint here. You know, BK's finest. I see I got to do this myself. Hold up. Let me set this up because it's like real bad trying to get help sometimes. Hold up. I'm going to get this right. Hold up. Hold up. All right. What I just say, put it in the comments. So that's what it's supposed to look like. All right. I want to know your opinion on that. Do you think that story is made up? All right. Do you think that story is made up? Right. All right. Salute, Bigger. You already know. You know what I mean? What is Ciroc? You know? Yes. They try to say, nah, they got jailhouse Ciroc. I like that. You know? Okay. Somebody shooting they shot at April. Okay, April. Yo, I got this. Somebody shooting they shot at April. He needs to move better and smarter. You're 100% right. He do need to move better and smarter. And that's what the point is. But the point is he checked in with a car so that now that car is responsible for him while he's incarcerated. That's what y'all have to understand. While he's incarcerated now, that car is responsible for him. That's what y'all have to understand. So don't go getting it all, you know, crazy saying the wrong things now. You know what I mean? What is rock? Let's go one at a time. All right, my man shooting at April. April, you see you got Raymond over here. All right, Houston in the house. All right. Now, them RDAC program encourage rats. They ain't letting nobody mess them up. They're gravy train. But now, that's a good statement, right? Them RDAC programs is exactly what he said. They produce rats. But another terminology for that is they produce citizens. I mean, if you see a crime, you report it. That's what a citizen do. Let's not get past that. All this, we gangster, we ain't telling. Well, if when you start saying that, you're saying you're not a part of society, that you're a part of the underbelly. You know what I mean? And now if you're part of the underbelly and shit happened to you, don't you go telling and then try and tell why you go telling. Because that's why I watched that Kodak Black joint that 1090 Jake did, which I think was excellent breakdown, because I wanted to hear what he said to the police, because just because he talked to the police didn't make him a rat. Everybody say, oh, is he talking to the police? He's a rat. No, he's not a rat just because he talked to the police. Yo, how many likes we got in here? We need some likes up in here, man. Let me know how many likes. You know what I mean? Where the likes at in here, man? We need some likes up in here. Yeah, but like I said, we don't know where he at, you know, as far as, you know, with that, right? But Diddy's in the world of a lot of trouble. So that all that programming, encourage rats, which you already know, that's where they supposed to tell if they see a crime. You know what I mean? Tell if they see something wrong. Yo, you ready, Mojo? You know what I mean? Let me know when you ready. Sit down, family. Yeah. You know, I'm waiting on Mojo come back up in here. But yeah, it encouraged rats, but it breeds citizens. It breeds people that can move in society. You know what I mean? I'm going to wait till Mojo settle down real quick. Then I'm going to bring him back up. I see him in the backstage. So that's what that is when you say that I'm the president AD. You know what I mean? Yeah, it breeds citizens. You know? Right or wrong, family? Does that breed citizens? Talk to him.
You hear me?
Yeah, we hear you perfect.
You said that breeds what?
That breeds citizens. That breeds, yeah, they're getting them ready to go to society, that if you see a crime, you report it because you're no longer in the criminal world because you did your time and you rehabilitated. That's what that's supposed to be. But everybody's switching it up that, oh, if he say something, he tell it.
No, come on, man. Yeah. You're supposed to demonstrate some type of rehabilitation, man. Trying to transition back out to society, man. You got to demonstrate some of that. Everything is not telling. You know, they be stretching the definition of telling, man.
Yeah. See, my man saying he saw a video with his shirt off. All right. So that's all joke. This is all jokes. Diddy, my man, but we just reporting. That's all. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's
joint. You know, he fresh in the joint. He fresh in the joint. You know, everybody want to show him some love. Everybody trying to show out. Everybody trying to figure out how they can position themselves to get something out the deal. You know what I'm saying? You know how that go, man. He come in the unit. Diddy been cooped up in NDC for years, for about a year, some change probably. You know what I'm saying? He's trying to stretch it. You can get to walk around. You get to move around on the compound. You know what I'm saying? Socialize with people that he knew when he was out here. You know, they gonna put the lick in his face. Diddy I don't know if he smoke weed. Everybody, they got everything in there. You know that? You know what I'm saying? But he just can't fall into the temptations of be getting caught out there in public. And the dudes, like I said, around him should be protecting him a little better, man, defending him a little better. You should know that the light is on him, the scrutiny is on him, right? You know what I'm saying? But he definitely got to tighten that shit up, man, and prepare himself to start getting out here and get to that bag. As far as the dancing and having fun, niggas do that, man. Nigga might get off the bottle and go have a ball, man. It is what it is. Ain't no difference from in here and out there, man. I mean, out there and in there.
Hey, because like, you know, I can sit here and make fun of it and say, man, Diddy a damn fool. How the hell he gonna do that when da-da-da-da? That's talking from a citizen, civilian point of view. But when a dude in there, we trying to do us. You understand what I'm saying? We don't even realize we locked up yet. And that's what the sad part is. We don't even be realizing that we locked up. We just be in there, and it's like, it's crazy, you know? All right, let's get this. What's up, Unique Gunsmoke Brooklyn in the house? You already know. Bobby Cobain, all right? 7597. Who's run the New York car? Got to get Diddy on board. But they said Diddy went to the New York car and identified that he rolling with the New York car. So if Diddy did that, then I don't see why, you know what I mean? All that now falls on them. You know, just letting you know how I run in the prison. You know what I mean? Big and BX, you already know. You know, that's my homie right there. You know, already dripping. Oh, yo, matter of fact, but let me put the number up if y'all want to call in real quick. Let's get the number up there. You know what I mean? I need some assistance. Let's get the number up there. Let's get the number right there. If y'all want to call in, I got that phone charged in right here. This it right here. We're going to get this thing popping. We're going to see what y'all think about this Diddy movement. But Diddy right now, he lost everything. He lost his chance for the halfway house. He lost his chance to get the year off for the RDAP. He blew all of that in a week. You know what I mean? And if they want for real, they could be nasty and move him up in security and send him to a FCI with that one shot, because that's a 100 series shot. That's the most serious incident report that you could get in a federal prison, is a drinking shot. A drinking shot is equivalent to stabbing somebody or getting caught with a God you now, you know, or as Banky Pound say, you know, the Bethlehem. You know what I mean? So that's where it's at, man. Yo, who this? Where you calling from? You being recorded?
Yes, my name's Errol. I'm in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, say, bro, hey, I've never been to prison, but I enjoy your program and all of the other prison genre programs that I've been listening to. And in my opinion, I wouldn't be the man that I am, although I am by no means gay. I wouldn't be the man that I am without the homosexual community. If he's going to start getting in trouble in there, he might be better off with the homosexuals that might look out for him. Because I'm telling you, bro, they can look out for you. I wouldn't be the man I am today if primarily it weren't for them. That's all I had to say, bro, you know?
All right. Thank you for your comment, family. Hey, y'all put it in the comment if you think Diddy would be better, you know, better off with the same-sex community. You know what I mean? Y'all put it in the comments. Let me know what you think of that, man. Hold on. Let me see. I missed one. Let's see who's calling in. But if you call in as someone on the phone, I might not answer it. I might answer it and add it to a three-way, and then we all do it to keep this thing moving. You know? Hello?
Yo,
what up?
Yo, peace to God, peace to God, blessings, brother.
Blessings, family.
I know this is me, but I uptown, yo. Oh, man. You know what I'm saying? I done been in Fort Dix and all that. West side, east side, I was there with shit here, towing all of them, yo.
Yeah.
Gap on the compound. The situation with old boy, he first came in, he on the west side. That's the RDAP side, yo.
Yeah.
Breathalyzer, nasty. You already know that go, baby boy. Breathalyzer, nasty work. It's over.
Yeah.
It's quiet. You know that shit go, man.
All right. Good looking, family.
You already know that. Peace.
Yeah, so, you know, that's where it's at. Now, I was answering the phone. You had to call an old phone. Why you calling this phone? Yeah, but anyway, so that's where we at, man. Let's get these comments back up here. Let me get back to these comments. I don't know what the hell going on. Hold up. I don't know why they calling me knowing I'm on the live. That's the craziest shit ever. You know what I mean? Diddy got tired to see if he'll fold. Huh? Diddy got tried to see if he would fold. Okay, yeah, to see if he gonna tell where he got the wine from. Yo, that's a good one. I got that now. Nah, I got it. You know what I mean? Already dipping and dabbling. Is that dangerous? Somebody put that in there. Let me know. You know, I don't know why I can't get the help that I want, but like I said, you know. So what do you think about that though? Diddy getting in trouble for drinking that wine while he's in the joint? Y'all put in the comments. Y'all let me know something, man. You know what I mean? Y'all put in the comments. The numbers on the screen. Let me get the number back up there. You know what I mean? Let me get the number back up. Oh, here go Mojo, and then I'll deal with that. Mojo.
What's up, baby?
Yeah, yeah. So there you go. You look good right there. How you got daylight wherever you at, son? And we ain't got no daylight. What country
I'm in the parking lot. I'm in the parking lot, nigga. This is lit up out this joint.
Oh, I'm wondering what joint you in. You know what I mean?
I'm in the parking lot out here in Columbus, Ohio, man. I'm on the road.
Oh, okay. Doing what you
Yeah, we
do.
on the,
So
huh?
if anybody out there in Columbus, Ohio, want to tap in with Mojo, tap
they
in
need-
right now. The numbers on the screen.
Yeah.
I'll get them on the phone with you. And if you got something to say,
Everybody out here. I'm talking about Columbus, Dayton, Cincinnati, all my guys up there. Y'all need to tap in on my man. You need.
yeah, it's on short now. But if y'all out there, you already know what time it is, man. But let me know what you think about Diddy getting caught up for drinking while he in there, man. You know what I mean? I mean, some people say it's crazy. I say it's not crazy because that's what we do. We learning. That's why we there. We getting rehabilitated. That's why we there. Right or wrong, son?
Nah, we passing time, man. All of that, but we passing time, man. Them days in that joint be boring, man. There ain't nothing to do. It's monotonous. Same shit every day. Motherfucker be trying to take the cheat off or maybe take a sip or two. You know what I'm saying? Especially, you know what I'm saying, some type of festivities is going on, some type of holiday or something, or some type of something to celebrate somebody's birthday. You know, somebody trying to take a sip, man. You know, everybody try to get the feel of being in the street at some point, man, and forget about their little stresses and struggles. You know what I'm saying? That's all that probably was, man. He just came from a hard
Hey,
time.
listen. Give him a story you seen happen. Give him a story you seen happen from somebody drinking wine up in there, and how violent it could get, and why it is so serious for them to try and be on it like they on it for the wine. You know, because I know you know about the officer got killed. You know, because the dude was drinking and this and that. So I mean, let's hear what one of your stories. Yeah, all right. Let's hear one of your stories.
2010, Florence, Colorado, USP, Florence. You know, there was a lot of drinking going on. It was Hitler's birthday, and the white boys was outside drinking. And one of them decided that he wanted to speak a bunch of racial shit. You know, they couldn't hold their liquor, so he started yelling out nigga and excuse my language, all of that. You know what I'm saying? But and it blew up from right there. A little bit of liquor in the wrong mouth, and it blew up right there to the point where there's gunshots, where everybody's a full-fledged race riot on the yard. Blacks on one side, whites on the other. You know, the Mexicans roll with the blacks.
Hey yo,
With the whites, excuse me, yeah.
Mojo, I know the story and how it go, but I want you to get in detail to paint the picture so they see how it added up to that. Because you just said, okay, he said something out of his mouth, but let them know how it added up to that and what does Hitler's birthday mean to the, you know, the Europeans in there. You know what I mean? And how it kicked off. Get in detail.
For whatever reason, all the Europeans in prison idolized Hitler when Hitler's idea of an Aryan didn't include their image. But that's the racial ideologies that's going on in there, the white supremacy joint. So a lot of the white boys that land in prison, they fall in line with that same, even if they wasn't or didn't have them views in the street, they fall in line. Otherwise, they end up on the wrong end of something of a booth. You know what I'm saying? They'll politic their ass into a bad situation. But on that particular day, you know, it's always a division in there, man. For whatever the case is, the same racial tensions that go on out here go on in there, and they're a little magnified, and they fervent a little bit or antagonized by the administrations. They set these things up. But anyway, on this particular day, they was drinking. It was you know, it's Hitler's birthday. Hitler's birthday means something to these white supremacists. So they come outside. They done prepared for it. They done had their liquor cooking for days. and they made it outside with it, and they outside drinking, and you know they running the child. So guys are spilling out into the yard from the mess hall, and that's when the white boys start yelling, you know, nigga this, nigga that. And you know the blacks outside took off immediately, and then you know the ones ran out the mess hall, and then it was just a full-fledged race riot. And that's all because of a white boy who couldn't hold his liquor. But it's the same that happens on the black side. You'll get a black guy, like I was in Big Sandy in 2005 in A4 for, shout out to my man Mids and all of them, Mumbles from Baltimore. But man, guys was in that unit for 45 minutes riding because a brother couldn't hold his liquor. He drinks some liquor and decides that he didn't like the liquor after he drank it, and he want to go bully the white boy for his money back, and it blew up from there. Liquor is just not a good combination in prison if you can't hold it, or if you ain't got nobody right there with you to keep a watch on it, if you somebody who can't handle your liquor. But liquor's everywhere in the prison system, and that's what they do. That's the one thing that they can always get. Sugar turns to alcohol. You could always find sugar.
All right, tell them how wine is made, son. Tell them how wine is made so they understand. You know, do you know or do I need to tell them? You want me to tell them or you going to tell them? I'm talking about from the kicker. All right, his joint dropped out. So I'm going to tell you. All right, so check it out, right? Wine is made from what they call a kicker. How you make a kicker is you get rotten fruit, right? And you put in the lid and you put some sugar on it and you close the lid and you let it ferment where it start getting that nasty green stuff on it like you see get on the food in the fridge. That's the fermentation. That's what's going to make the alcohol. That's what's so crazy about it. You understand what I'm saying? When that rotten fruit, you know, gets the heat and it can't breathe from being in that lid and it got the sugar in it, it ferments. So the more you get it at when it's rotten like that and you throw that in a batch, and then once you put that in the, you get like, I've seen them use soda out in California, Pepsi. They had Diet Pepsi that they was making wine out of, right? So we're going to talk with the Diet Pepsi because I've seen them say Pepsi and all that soda on the thing, right? So with the Pepsi, what they do is they put that in the microwave and they cook it. So you cook all the liquid out and it turns to sugar. That means all the sugar that's in it, even though it's Diet Pepsi or whatever, but it's just Pepsi, whatever sugar is in it, it goes down to the bottom and it looks like molasses. And then you take that now and you scrape that in a bag and then you put hot water in that to like kind of warm it back up. You know what I mean? And then you put the rotten fruit in it. You know, more apples, oranges, you know, grapefruit. You throw all that up in there and you put a little tomato paste in that joint. And when you let it sit and you got that kicker that was fermenting, I'm talking about the rotten fruit that got the green stuff on it, and you throw that joint in there, that's called a kicker. You know what I mean? If y'all want to see a video on a dude making it in prison, I got a video that the homies done sent me where they made a killer batch that they say they had a kicker that come down in 3 days. So, and they was making 10 gallons. So every 3 days they was making about $400 or $500 in the joint selling wine and was getting drunk as a mother. You know what I mean? Because it's a hustle in there. They sell the 2 books of stamps, right? The books of stamps is money. So one of these right here is worth $10 in the joint. You know, now. But back then it was like $5 in a joint. So with 2 books, and you could buy a quart of alcohol that they cook. But now if you want to get the white lightning, that's why if Diddy was drinking that regular hooch, he played himself. Now that had to have been some white lightning. The white lightning, they sell, you know, those honey baby, those honey bottles that the honey come in, the little bottles. They sell one of those filled up for $50 in the prison, which is 10 books of stamps. That's 10 of these would get you one of them joints, or you could buy a bag of triple that or 4 times that for $10. You call that dirty water. You call that the wash, you know, but the good stuff I'm telling you about, it comes from that. So you understand that. It comes from that because it's the regular wine that you let it sit up for the 5 days, 7 days. I see somebody talk about 21 days or something, 14 days. You let it sit up about 5 to 7 days with that rotten, you know, kicker up in that joint with the fruit, and you got it tied up where no air don't get to it, and you keep putting sugar in it. And once you put sugar in it, the sugar is gonna make it ferment, and the sugar gonna cook off that rotten fruit is gonna cook off the sugar, and all the nasty stuff is gonna be on the top. That's why you scoop it off the top when you're done, and now you got just the alcohol, and you put it in something, and you strain it, and when you strain it, it turns into liquid, and they sell those liquids for $10 for a quart up in a joint, you know. And like I said, now you could take that same liquid with that dirty water, and you could put a stinger in it, and then close the bag back up, and you put a hose in it with a funnel to come out. So when it cook, the sweat from the inside of the bag that you're cooking with the stinger. See, I know all this because I done did all this. That's crazy, but welcome to Unique Mecca Audio. Like I said, this is a gangster channel, and this channel for people that want to know about being a gangster. All right? So now you put the hose in it, and when you got the stinger in it, and it swell. If you don't know what a sting is, I'll tell you what a sting is. Right? But anyway, when it swells, it's because it's cooking, and when the bag sweats, the liquid goes through the hose, and it drips into another bottle, like you'll put a hose in this cup. And the steam would drip in it, and that steam is the actual alcohol, and they call that the white lightning. That's the money maker in the prison. That's where you get $50 for a baby jar, but from that bag you might only make 6 or 8 joints, you know. But at $50 a piece for 6 or 8 joints, you got about $400 from that one batch. You know what I mean? Or you could make them in the little quart bags and got to sell 20, 30 bags to make the, you know, half the money. So, you know, that's where it's at. It's just more time for you to do it. And a stinger, right? Let me explain to you what a stinger is. A stinger is like taking a wire. Let me show you, right? You know, I like to give you all the little gadgets so you can see. That's like taking this wire and you cutting this wire, right? And you plug the other end in the wall, and the end you cut, it got a positive and a negative. You wrap that around like a metal screw, a washer, anything metal. And you wrap that, you skin the wire back and you wrap it around it. And then you drop that wire in the bag with the hot water or the bag. That's how you make like your coffee. Or you drop it in the bag with your alcohol. And then you plug that joint in the socket. And when you plug it in the socket, the heat from the electricity from that socket is going to heat up that metal object that wire is ran around, and that heats up whatever you got it around. You'll actually see it sitting in the bottom of the bag or the bottom of the bowl or wherever you have it, bottom of the cup. You'll see it red, like how, you know, they burn a piece of, you know, steak, you know, a piece of iron until it turns fire red. You actually see it cooking in the bag like that, and that's how we cook the alcohol. Now, y'all put in the comments, right? Y'all put in the comments, right? Where else do you think you're going to get this type of information other than at a gangster channel? I mean, somebody talk to me. Somebody let me know where we at. We got 1,600 people in the building. How many people we got like the video so far, man? I'm not worried about the count on the front. In the back, we got 1,700 people right now in the back. Right, we need some likes. Could we get let's get an intro while y'all get the like button going. All right.
Keep it going, 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 keep it going. Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio, Mecca what? Mecca audio.
All right, what you say, back? Let's go. Yo, why we only got 124 likes and we got 1,700 people in the building? Somebody explain that to me. I'm checking the count right here. 133. Thanks for putting in the likes. Give me some likes, man. Y'all getting these jewels like you ain't never got them before. Man, I'm about to tap out. I've been here 45 minutes, you know what I mean? And y'all can't even hit a like button, you know? Let's go to the comments, man, before I decide if I'm going to tap out or not. Let's hit that like button, man. All right? You know, hold up. Where my man at? Hold up. All right, there you go. Hit the like button if you like the content. I know I'm giving you fire content. You know, I know I'm giving you fire content.
Hey, what's going on, man? Murder Mook, Harlem, you know what it is, man. I just want to express how much gratitude I got for Unique. You know what I mean? I was telling him a story, telling him how I felt about, you know, if anything was to...
Let's get them likes up. Let's get them likes up. Let's get them likes up.
With my career, rap-wise, you know,
Let's
if
get
you
them
know
likes
shit be
up.
slow, and I got so many opportunities to be able to do the wrong shit. When I watch Unique Mecca Audio, I feel it, and I like to my soul, and that's keeping me farthest away from doing anything criminal. Anything criminal. He made me
Let's get them
think
likes up. Let's
straight.
get them likes
Honestly,
up. Come
made
on
me
now.
think straight, because I've been watching him for about a year, like a year now, maybe, and it just took my mind way off of that. Way off of that. From a year ago, it got rough. For a year ago,
Yeah.
and from watching this man, I just felt like you saved me. You saved me. And I just want to show my gratitude, and I want to say thank you, man. Unique Mecca Audio, anything you need, brother, from me.
All right.
Anything you need, man.
All right.
Call him.
All right. That's where we at. So you see. So just so you know, we reaching the people, man. All right. We reaching the people. I know we reaching the people. You know, that's where it's at. Just so you understand. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. Thank you for the donation, April. That's what's up. You know what I mean? Let's get some comments up on the board. Where we leave off at? Okay, where we leave off at? I think we left off up here somewhere. He laughing out loud. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. All right, yo, we gotta get them likes up, man. We gotta get them likes up. Don't let me pause for another commercial break, man. You know what I mean? All right, what's up? Good to be. All right, let's go. Fabricated lies. Live Puffy alone. He's in prison, so let him be. Nah, dog, it don't work like that. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm giving you some real jewels, and you come on here with the trolling. Yo, make sure you know that name in case we gotta block him, right? Because I'm gonna have to give him the real. Hey, yo, when you go in prison, you're not alone, my dog. You're not alone, because there's armies around you, and at times you may need protection from those armies. Meaning, if you cross path, or you know, a different race feel that you cut them on the line to go get the food, or to go get the mail, or get on the phone, and that race decide to jump on you. Now, all that, you all alone, is out the window, because we can't let nothing happen to none of our race by another race, because when you do that, now you're showing that your race is weak. And, you know, that's where we at with it. So that's why I want you to understand how this thing go. Don't take this thing for granted that, oh, he go to jail, he on his own. And I'm not trying to disrespect you, Ephraim Hinscrew. You know, I'm just letting you know like it is. When you in prison, you have to get with something. You know what I mean? You could be dolo. I was dolo. I didn't ride with nothing, but I respected men of all cloth. So I couldn't say I was by myself. And if those men that I was cool with got into something, and, you know, now I'm there, I got to get in it by either calming it down or popping off. You understand? Because they have a thing that, you know, I know you heard them say in the court, guilty by association. You know what I mean? A person see you hanging with somebody. Now, if they get into it with that person, they're going to jump on you, because they know that if the tables was turned, they would jump on you. You know what I mean? So that's how that is. That's what I mean by, I give y'all nothing but this gangster shit over here to let y'all know what time it is, and I don't understand why my likes ain't up. You know what I mean?
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Now, that's where we at. Let's get these likes up. You know what I mean? But, you know, so that's where we at with that. You know what I mean? He's not alone, family. You know, no disrespect. I just had to answer that. You know? Let me see. Yo, good looking, Uptown Pete. That's what's up. Why Pete not on the screen, though? I don't understand. I'm trying to put it on the screen. Okay, let me try. Yo, good looking, cooking. That's what I'm saying, man. Show some love. You know what it is, brother. Putting the work in, y'all sitting there like it's nothing. You know what I mean? Yeah, come on. All right, yo, the likes done went up. Good looking on the likes. That's what I'm saying. I like when I got loyal people that know what it is. Most probably the case. We seen that one, so we way down here somewhere. All right. CJ Brooks, what up? All right. What is Tavon? You know what I mean? Hit it for America. You know what it is. All right. Get them likes up. Bigger BX said it best. You know what I mean? Yeah, bottom line, you smarter than that Jeezy Voice 300 though, but that KUN or with and not all, but now, bro, throw you around Diddy, you will say, but can't cause he really from it. Use your Diddy. Somebody explain to me what I just said, because I don't understand the word that just came out my mouth. Oh, okay. He telling Diddy to use his money. Okay, I got it. Exactly. And that's what he's doing. But he obviously ain't spending his money right if they sitting there doing that. You know what I mean? Because they supposed to make sure that he good. Ain't no reason for him to be in that situation. You know? Like the movie, what's that? Demolition Man. Every citizen is placed to be with you. There you go. So all they did was strip Diddy of all his wealth, where now he's no different than us. You know what I mean? So now, can you say, right? Can you say that? Let's put in the comments. Can you say that Diddy lost his damn mind because he ain't got his bank account? So now he's thinking like a regular trigger in jail? You know, when you got that money, you think good. Now he can't spend no more than the same thing everybody else thinking. Now he's thinking like everybody else. Let me get drunk. The police ain't gonna catch me. Or I'm that comfortable that ain't nothing gonna happen. You know what I mean? You know, somebody 10 now. Who that? Good looking on that. Let's see. I don't know why it ain't showing up on my end. Yeah, I'm BK's finest. What up? You know what I mean? Facts. Hit that share button. There you go. He said it right. He said it right. We way down here somewhere. All right, now we can ride. Now I know where we at. We moving around. You already know we moving around. Hey, yo, let me tell you one, right? I was in a joint, and a dude was beefing with a dude, and he sold a dude some wine from another car and a knife, right? And that same weekend coming up, his best friend get into it with the car that he sold the wine and a knife to, and he sold him some more wine that day. They drunk that wine and they came back after drinking that wine and they put that knife in his man so bad. And then now he had to get involved and they had to wind up putting his own knife in him. That's how ugly it get in prison. You know what I mean? So if that's what you youngins want, man, it's waiting for you. Jersey in the building. Hackensack, what up? You already know. Anthony Thompson. All right. I saw a video with Sebastian, seen that. All right, let's go. Yeah, bottom line. That's where I left off at. All right, like the Demolition Man, we know that, got that. If it is true that he saw both ways, maybe he'll be better off. What's this? Chillaxing with the boys, if they have enough power to keep the predators away. So what he said, he should be chillaxing with the he cipher monkey ciphers. You know, if they strong enough to keep them away. Yeah. He's gonna smoke Brooklyn. You already know. Bobby Cobain. All right. Okay. Who's run the New York car? They got to get Diddy on board. Nah, but they said Diddy signed up with the New York car. So if that's the case, he's supposed to be where he's supposed to be at. He's supposed to be way better than that. You know what I mean? Already dibbling, dabbling. We already know, you know. I don't know why it's not showing. Let me see. Oh, okay, there it is. Oh, Raymond, there it is. Raymond Houston. Good looking, son. He sent the $10. All right. Now to get to it. Bear with me, y'all. Good looking, Raymond. Let me see. Hit that like button. Let's keep this thing moving. Let's see if we can find another one of these Diddy spoofs real quick, man. Because they sitting here making all kinds of fun of Diddy on his joint. You know, I can't even believe it. Let's see what this comment is. Hold up. Fort Dix is way better than MDC Brooklyn. Diddy relaxing the rest of his bid. Diddy a G. He ain't rat on anybody. Exactly. We know that. But the OGs there is supposed to let him know how to maneuver to get out of this new world that he's in. He's used to flying first class in his own private jet, where he the only one on there, him and whoever he doing whatever he doing with. And then now he's sitting here, he got to fly on a plane, handcuffed and shackled next to a bunch of dudes that they probably take a bath in a month. you know? So, you know, that's a straight culture shock, you know? They played Diddy on that one. Word is Born, they played him on that one. Big B's. New Orleans in the house. You already know, all right? Black, bold, and beautiful. Let's keep it moving. Diddy came out the closet. Now, how you come out the closet because he drinking? You see how they just be wilding on it? It's social media for you, boy. Crenshaw Mafia. All right, you know what it is. Hey, yo, that was a good one, right, Bigger? Song called is guilty for his actions. What actions? He was found guilty already, and now he got this wine shot that he got to go deal with. In there, yeah, but out here, no. Nah, I feel you. Link up, but they gonna wait to feel me. A lot of this I don't understand. Maybe because I don't know. I've been chilling. You know what I mean? Pause. He's already making that extra seem extra. He'd be much better with good citizenship. Yeah, they ain't got that in there though, babe. He might be since the rumors are that he likes men too. Yeah, y'all sure not I ride a dude though, man. Y'all, let me put the number back. Put the number back on the screen, man. Let's put the number on the screen while we sit back and relax. Now, it ain't nothing crazier than when you see certain people get drunk and the things they do when they get drunk is like straight out of control. But that's what it is. The number's on the screen if you want to call in. The link, let me put the link in the comment again. So if y'all want to pop in, you can pop in on the link. The link is in the comment. I want to know what your opinion of the Diddy joint is. Don't wait till after I get off the show and then call me while I'm chilling, you know, watching Tommy tonight from Force, because that's what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? Don't go calling me then. I'm telling you, call me now. All right? The phone is on and the number is on. Let me get it out. So we ain't got to do that. When I get off, I'm off and I'm chilling. All right? Now, let's see where my man at with this. All right.
Hey, y'all, we got an update, and I expected something like this to happen. I just didn't expect it to happen so damn soon. But the diddler just got in trouble for drinking in prison. Remember him saying he found sobriety and all that while being locked up? Well, no, that don't happen anymore. That's not happening no more. He got caught sipping on prison juice. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that toilet wine, okay, of the finest of urine. Yes, he got caught.
All right. Yo, who this? Where you calling from, son? Hello? Yeah, hello? All right, somebody called in, couldn't hear. Let me go back to my video.
Drinking contraband behind bars at Fort Dix in New Jersey. And by the way, he's only been there for a week. And I thought he was going to have fun with all those Fort Dix. You know what I'm saying? Just Fort Dix. But no. He was busy trying to figure out how to make Fanta, sugar, and apples ferment so that he can enjoy some liqueur. Yes, y'all. So authorities are considering moving him to a new prison unit, but ultimately decided against it. So we got to see what's going to happen here. But again, he's in there for a 50-month prison sentence. Does this mean that they're going to add more? Does he get in trouble for this? Did they add more time? Again, they said that he had found found sobriety and he found a new lease on life. But he got caught with contraband, stuff that he shouldn't be consuming. Okay? Toilet wine, y'all. Toilet wine. Man, don't you want a Fanta now? Hey, y'all, we got an update, and I expect.
Yo, that shit is crazy right there. Right? But numbers on the screen. Let's see where we at. Okay, no, somebody said something up here. All that program in Lewisburg was all premeditated. We knew who we were pulling up. Everyone was in agreement. We had a system. He even helped write the pull-ups that I was getting pulled up for. Okay, let me explain that, what he's saying. He's saying in the all that program in the mornings, you got to get up and you got to run that holy circle. That's where everybody everybody in the unit get up and they got to be dressed with their clothes ironed in their pants. They, looking presentable with their belts on, and they sitting there and they get in a circle and then they run. They have a facilitator. The facilitator, he says, "Good morning. My name is such and such," and da 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 da. And you know, he might say the word of the day. You know, like today's word is loyalty. Remember to be loyal, because by loyalty breeds long, structured, and healthy relationships. Then he say, "Does anyone have any pull-ups for the day?" Like I said, a dude might say, "Oh man, I seen." Check this out, Rob. Yo, I seen Diddy in the yard, and he was buying some wine, and he poured it in his pants to walk out the gate so the police wouldn't catch him. And he got back to the unit, got with Kenny. So I want to pull up Kenny too. And they'd be like, "Nah, you only could pull up one person." No, but I want to tell on pull up everybody. So we used to call it just ratting. You know what I mean? But that's because we wasn't citizenized yet, ready to be part of citizen. So we look like this thing here telling on the whole unit. Because he'd be like, "Yo, he went to Kenny. Kenny broke it down, went and got the ice from the joint. Then Kenny went and got Bob, and Bob went and bought a cigarette from Joe. And then Joe came back in the room, and I want to pull all of them up because they violated the rules of the program." But what my man is saying, that they was in agreement that they made up pull-ups. Yo, tomorrow I'm going to say that you ain't have, petty pull-ups. Tomorrow I'm going to say you didn't have your shoes tied and you was walking, and I went to tell you, or somebody went to tell you your shoes was untied, and you turned around with an attitude, and that could have led to all types of violence and destruction because you don't know what day someone is going through. So that's what I'm going to say about you today. But Diddy didn't expect them to say, "Man, I saw that nigga buy wine in the yard." and that's what's so crazy about that. You know what I mean? So you could understand. All right, that's what he basically saying, right? That's what he meant by they right to pull up. You see how you get all the information over here, Unique Mecca Audio, man. All right. New York car dropped the bag. They're not supposed to let Diddy crash out. Exactly. He can make the whole car eat good. Exactly. Man, my man right there. You know what I mean? Adam Roberts, right on point, my brother. Yo, we got 2,300 people in the building. How many likes we got in this joint, man? I need some likes up in here. Huh? Don't drink the Kool-Aid. All right. Let me see. Diddy keep a light-skinned youngin' as his cellmate? Man, they just throwing everything on Diddy, boy. But I gotta just play both sides. Yo, why I only got 205 likes? What y'all need to hear the outro or something? Come on, son.
Cheers, cheers.
Get them likes up, get them likes up, get them likes up, get them likes up, get them likes up. I'm not up here for nothing. Let's keep this moving. We need the likes up. Big shout out to everybody that donated. Keep it going, but we need them likes up. We need them likes up.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Real. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you can consider yourself LinkedIn. Take front row and get juice from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it.
Party. Is Diddy in there partying or what? Somebody put in the comments and let me know if Diddy in there partying, man. How the likes looking, man? If the likes say no, I've been on here an hour, man. I go turn it in. All right, we got 219 likes. Could we get 250 likes? Let me know how long it take to get to 250 likes. And I'm gonna tell you all another quick story, before we go on to that, right? Now, okay, what's the question? Let's see the question they got real quick. Hold up. Y'all, what up? Who this? Where you calling from? You being recorded?
Man, this Chip, motherfucker. What's up?
What up, son? Don't cuss on my joint, son. What up, Big Chip, all the way from Washington, D.C. Don't try to take my little crunions from me. The feds already did that. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, you funny motherfucker, man.
And you still cussing. Oh, man.
Hold on. You funny brother, man. You funny.
What's up? Oh, you watching the live, son?
Yeah. Nah, I like what you doing. We trying to get Diddy to promote Young Minds Incorporated.
All right. Well, we'll see what we can do. Call me when we get off the line.
All right, big boy.
All right. All right. Love you, family. All
I know you do, bro.
right. Yo, hold up. Let me call the person back. Yo, so that's where we at, man. Just so you can see. Let's go back over here because I don't want to be showing my joint. Yo, make sure you go to my Instagram at Unique Mecca Audio. I got the little funny spoofs. I put a little bit of everything up there. You know, that's where that was from. You know? Yeah, the question. What's the question? Y'all, could I put it on the screen? Just put it on the screen. I need to see it on the screen.
The person you've dialed can't take your call now.
Kevo1501 said, oh, USP in Kentucky. That's what you asking about? Yeah, that's very bad. That's Big Sandy. Big Sandy ain't nothing to play with. Big Sandy, they rock and roll. That's the penitentiary. When you get out the compound, right? When you get to Big Sandy, you handcuffed and shackled with a black box and the police is sitting there and they let you know right off the top, I run this, you don't run this. When you come in here, you do what I say, when I say, how I say. If you don't like it, you say something now. And if you think about opening your mouth, they ain't got no problem open palm smacking you. Bop! And I'm talking about some big European cornbread fed, incest baby. And you looking at them like, if I wasn't handcuffed, I would tear your head off. And they can look in your eyes and see the ones that's about it, as they say down there in New Orleans, and they throw your black ass right in the shoe and they let you rot back there until they feel that your attitude is capable of coming out and not trying to put that God you now, AKA that Bethlehem, as Banky Pound say, up in you. You know what I mean? So, that's where that's at, right? So, it's just crazy, man. But, Kentucky, you get to Kentucky, man, the first thing they're going to give you is a knife. They're going to give you a knife before they give you a soup. They're going to give you a knife before they give you a soup. And if you're dumb enough to take that soup, by the morning time, you're going to want to trade that soup in for that knife because that's how dangerous it get over there, right? Just so you understand. But you ain't trying to go there. You ain't trying to play no games. It ain't going to happen like that. You know what I mean? But, so if he really got caught, he would have been written up. He probably was written up. Who said he wasn't written up? If they reported, he probably was written up. And he would be put immediately into the SHU segregation housing unit. It depends if they want to call it that. Even though it's a 100 series shot, that's the call of the lieutenant. Even though now you got a point, because I remember when I went to the joint. Let me tell you about my wine shop. I got to take a ride and tell you about my wine shop, right? And y'all got to get the likes up. How many likes we got? So we got plenty of people in here now. We only been on an hour. You know what I mean? Let me see how many we got in here. We've been on here an hour. Let me see. I might have to. Oh, okay, there it is. We've been on here an hour and got 2,500 people in an hour, right? But let me tell you mine, right? I'm out there in Atwater, California, because we ride. I'm out there in Atwater, California, and it was a big football game. I don't even watch sports, but, I'm in there. I'm smoking, drinking, and just chilling. And then they had emergency lockdown because somebody got stabbed up in somewhere else in a jail. So now there was a dude that was in the unit that didn't belong in there. I can't believe I don't remember his name because he's such a good dude. He took the shot for me for this wine that I'm getting ready to tell you about, right? Now, he took the shot. Let me take that off so I can focus, man. Just leave it there, There you go. Open your head. So he took the shot. What happened is they locked us down. He got caught in our unit, but the police was cool, so the police let him out the unit. He make it back to his unit. He go back to his unit. He pissy drunk. They decided to have a bed count, but in his unit, he had a petty police, so the petty police also wound up doing the breathalyzer. When he wound up doing the breathalyzer, they went to his cell, and he's supposed to be standing at the door so that he could blow in the thing, pause. No, he cipher, monkey cipher. So he could blow in the joint, right? Pause again. And when he went up there to blow in the joint, pause again. He blew in the joint, pause again. And then now he blew, pause again, that he was drunk as a mother. He couldn't even stand up. So they locked him up. Now we go around in my unit and my police decide to be petty. And he come in each cell to shake it down. I had a little white lightning in a Tabasco sauce jar. They used to sell it over there for $10 for a Tabasco sauce jar. You know those little Tabasco sauce, hot sauce, the little slim ones? They give you that for $10 of White Lightning. So it's enough to pour in a joint and make a drink. But I had it over there and me like a fool, take the top off and I pour it in my cup, right? So I poured it in my cup. No, I didn't pour it in a cup. I poured it in an empty fiber bottle and I put the top on it and put it in the side of the locker. And if I would have left it in that joint, it would have looked like it was just water in that Tabasco jar, and I was cleaning out the Tabasco jar to use it for something. But instead, I put it in a fiber bottle, and they opened that up to look, I guess, to see if drugs was in it. I wasn't thinking that far. I screwed up. And then now they look in it, and they see the liquid. They smell it, smell the White Lightning. They lock me and my celly up. We go down there. Now it's my wine. It ain't my wine. I got to claim the wine. So now I got to talk my celly into riding it out with me because I can beat the shot. You understand? I got a way to beat the shot. So I'm telling my celly, look, I'm going to claim it. It's mine. You ain't got to worry about nothing. But I need you to sit tight with me. He whined and screamed like a banshee. He ain't want to sit in there, right? He's like, come on, you. And I said, dog, I told you I got it, man. Just ride it out with me for a minute. Let me play this. Let me deal with the lieutenant, see how I can finesse this, right? So now, lieutenant come up, right? Because my man agreed to ride it out with me. And the lieutenant says, look, I know who you are, and I know you got soldiers to claim it. Just get somebody to come up here and say that it was theirs, and I'll lock them up and I'll let you out. I said, oh, man, that's easy. You know what I mean? So instead of using one of my soldiers, I said, boom, it was a dude in the unit that got caught up with me. The one that was in my unit that blew dirty in his unit was also back there. So I'm in the wreck cage with him. I said, look, family, I'm going to send you $250. I need you to claim this wine shot. You know what I mean? So he said, $250? He said, hell yeah. So I put $250 on his books. Lieutenant came around. Dude said, yo, Lieutenant, can I see you? He said, yeah. He said, man, I was in that unit down there, 3B, and I went and sell such and such, and I left the wine in there. And, you know, I don't want whoever it was to be in trouble. And Lieutenant played it off and said, oh, my God, we did lock up sell such and such. He said, man, that's real honorable of you. So now they come and they let me and my celly out. But my man already knew he already had a dirty charge for blowing paws dirty. So he wound up claiming and making a little $250. You see how dudes hustle in the jail? Y'all tell me what y'all think of that, man. Put it in the comments. All right, let's get this thing moving. How many likes we got, man, before I decide what I'm going to do? Let me see how many likes. Yeah, exactly. My celly cold panic. I'm like, yo, dog, let me try and beat this, man. Let me finagle this. And he's sitting there like, no, man, come on. I mean, because he was, to his defense, he was in for a transfer, but I was in for a transfer to a lower security too. So we both in. So that's why the lieutenant, and it was right after the officer got bodied in there. And the police knew that me and my celly was good people, and he knew my status. So he came in there and he said, man, just find somebody to claim that. So when I tell my celly that, he's like, man, you got to hurry up. You got to hurry up. I'm like, oh, man, just relax, dog. You know, you panicking about nothing, you know. But, you know, that's where that was at, man. I couldn't believe it. But, you know, it is what it is. What's not true, Big Five Water? Put it in the comments or call me on the phone. I would have made it cold claim it. Nah, I wasn't going to let him cold claim it. Nah, that was mine, dog. That was mine. It was mine. It ain't had nothing to do with. He drink too now, but that wasn't his, so they ain't had nothing to do with him. But that's like if I'm in a car with my man, and I've been in that situation. He got locked up. We both got locked up for the gun. He said, "You, I think I could beat it on illegal search and seizure. I need you to ride this out with me. I'm not gonna claim it. So you know, I can't cut you loose. You know what I mean?" And now I could have said, "Nah, nigga, cut me loose." And I said, "Yo, you think you can beat it?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "All right, well, I'm gonna ride with you," and we rode it out. You know, and that's just how it is. If you ain't cut like that, don't get involved in the street world. That's what it is. You know what I mean? Like you said, word to the mother. Tell him, Charles, 13X. Unique. If you if ever you are visiting New Orleans, dial me. I was your first caller, number ending in 4049. I'd like to treat you to some boiled shrimp and crawfish in appreciation of your insight. Good looking, family. Just text me on the number on the screen. Put the number up real quick for you. Text me on the number on the screen. And that way I got it, because I'm going to be coming in real soon with my man 9 Millie. You know what I mean? Yeah, just text me at that number right there, because I'm gonna be coming down there real soon, family. All right, let's get back to these comments, see where we at. Visiting. For blowing. Oh, for blowing what? Okay, no, blowing. It's the breathalyzer they give you. It's a straw they give you, and you got like in a little bottle, and you got to blow on it. And when you blow on it, your breath go in it, and it detects alcohol, and it'll show up to let them know that you blew paws dirty. You understand? So that's what you blowing on, paws. You know, put it in the comment section. 9 likes, yo. What's up? What's up? Can I get these? You reminding me about these likes? He must want me to tune out. I'm about to tap out. We got too many people in here for the likes to be down like that. You know what I mean? Let's keep this moving. All right, let's get the likes. Yo, Mecca, they saying the paperwork on Chad Marks is real. I don't know. I don't get into watching paperwork and all that, man. I'm just glad to be home, dog. I didn't even know that they was questioning his paperwork, you know? I mean, and like everybody coming out like the big toughest guy. Listen, man, if I get in any altercation with them police out there, we got National Guardsmen out there, I'm playing the biggest goofy you ever seen. I'm the dumbest, squarest. I've never been to prison. Oh my God, sorry, officer. Hold on. Yeah, your shoes is untied. You want me to tie your shoes for you? You know, just get me out of there, man. All that tough guy crap is over, man. We too old for that. You got to finagle your way out. And 9 times out of 10, the police that you get in contact with, the National Guard you get in contact with, those are the ones that really couldn't make it in the hood. So they went to, you know, get structure, and now they got their force and their team, and they doing their thing. So now any chance they can get to jump on, they're going to jump on. So you don't give them no chance. Me, myself, like I said, I'm going to play the goofy. I'm going to be the goofiest goofy you ever seen. You know, but man, that can't be unique. He the goofiest goofy. You know what I mean? Come on, dog. You know, that's crazy. Oh, okay. Hold up. You know how to pop Freeman. What's there? I only have landline. Oh, okay. All right, well, call me when I get off, family. You know? Yo, how many likes we got, man? So I see what's going on. Matter of fact, I feel like playing some music in the background. I'm gonna give y'all some music real quick. All right, we're gonna play some music while we ride out. Cause y'all kind of killing my spirit now. Get the likes up, get the like. How many likes? I'm still trying to find out how many likes we got. I can't get no help. If everybody want to help, please call me at that number that be on the screen. That like button. Oh, okay, we over 250. All right, we over 250, so we can ride for a minute. But see, this is how we doing the prison, right? I mean, I remember I had a good kicker, right? So we're gonna take a ride. I had a really good kicker, right? This cooker, every 2 to 3 days, it'll come down with 10 gallons. I gave it to these white guys that they like to make the white lightning, because after it come down every 2 to 3 days, then you got to put in the bag, scoop the fruit out, and do all the stuff that I told you to turn into white lightning by putting another bag with the stinger, putting a hose in it, and letting it sweat through the hose when you seal the bag in the hose, and you know, into another bottle, and that's how you get white lightning. The white dudes ain't had no problem doing that. I gave it to them, and they went 50-50. So I used to get like 5 soda bottles, Pepsi bottles, the 24-hour thing of Pepsi full with white lightning, and I could sell each one for $120. I get 4, I take 1, you know, put a little bit in my cup, put a little Pepsi with it, or a little flavored Kool-Aid, and when I put the flavored Kool-Aid up in the joint, I stirred it up real good, sit in front of the TV with a nice bag of buttered popcorn, and, you know, watch some Love and Hip Hop. And that's how I did it. And what I couldn't understand for the life of me about Love and Hip Hop was how the females was dissing the dudes on the street. When I got locked up, the males was in control. They had the bag. The female was never going on vacation by themselves, how they doing girls trips now and all of that. And it's crazy that the girls go on more trips than the men, and the men is supposed to be the breadwinner. Somebody explain that to me. You know what I mean? Okay, Chad Moss came home because he was a CI in Big Sandy and had his sentence reduced to 20 years. You got paperwork on that, family? Thanks for hitting that like button. Definitely over 250. That's what I'm talking about. Let this thing go viral. Show some love. You know what I mean? Let's show some love. Salute. You already know what it is. Apple White Production. Been on here long enough. Over 250. That's what I'm talking about. Thanks for the likes. I like when the people come together. But that's where we at, man. But you got to know how to play your position. That's what a lot of people don't know how to do. Tell me which one of these beats you like, right? Lady Ice made these beats right here. Check these out. These are the beats I got so I can tell my story over, so I can see what I'm doing and where I'm going, because, you know, it's crazy because I see people is waiting on that snap check. That snap check still ain't come yet. Court done told me give up the bag. They still didn't give up the bag. Everybody talk about what it was going to do to get the bag. If they didn't give up the bag, they didn't give up the bag, they ain't do nothing. They sitting back dead broke unless they never really needed the money in the first place. Somebody put in the comments if you think they never really needed the money in the first place. The people that was on the SNAP program didn't really need the money, and that's what's going on while everything is at a calm still, and nothing is at what they said it was going to go at from where it was at before. All right? So that's what I need to know, right? But I've been on here. Let me give you an intro, man.
Try this.
Hey, y'all got to see this one, right? Y'all got to see this one. Look at this crazy one that I found, right? Take that, put it in the comments off. Let me see how I take that off. Hold up. Y'all got to see this, man. Y'all got to see it. Look at how crazy this is getting and how crazy AI is getting.
This drink bussin'. What's this? That's that new drink, Cell Rock by Diddy. It make you want to take that.
Locked behind steel, glowing like a secret. Cell Rock by Diddy. Ultra premium vodka infused with dragon fruit and lavender. Crisp, smooth, unapologetically vibrant.
Yeah. Is this crazy or what? Somebody put in the comments and let me know, man. Where you ever seen some mess like that? You know what I mean? Hold up. Let me see where we at. Hold up. I feel like seeing where they're going on.
Here, and I'm being consistent, and I thank you. I thank Reese for helping me get it together. He closed out accounts, just started me anew, and the channel is growing. And I love you guys.
So today, Diddy was reportedly caught at FCI Fort Dix for brewing and drinking home. Right? Diddy hooch. Before we start, take the one off the front of my name, put the rest of my name in any major music platform.
Y'all better come in, because I know you lying. I know you got to be lying. Girl, I am on the walk, and I know this to be true for sure. Baby, they say they don't call Puffy with some darn with the hooch, whatever you call it, with some illegal alcoholic.
Get them likes up, get them likes up.
And laid out, and they don't went in, and I'm out living. This didn't happen. They don't went in and found the hooch, and they say now they think he don't lie about all the other stuff. Puffy don't got caught with some hooch, y'all. Oh my God. I'm still shocked. I can imagine they caught him with the hooch. Can you imagine? No. Don't imagine. But he got caught. Don't imagine.
This could be me. But I'm going to get it together. And I'm going to pray for Diddy Glover. Because I know Donald Trump is going to give you a pardon, Diddy. You just gotta stop telling people you're going home. Because I think the inmates is trying to set you up. And I think they poisoned his hooch. They put something in Diddy Glover's drink.
TMZ just reported that P. Diddy was drunk in prison. A month ago, somebody tried to kill him with a knife. Now all of a sudden he's drunk. And you know for sure that Diddy's having freak offs in prison. I mean, the place is called Fort Dix. Come on. The joke right itself. He's getting freak offs and he's drinking, he's partying, he's doing everything he wants to do in prison.
Diddy caught drinking toilet brew inside Fort Dix. Yeah, the irony writes itself. Reports say he was consuming homemade alcohol made from Fanta, sugar, and fruit, left to ferment, the kind inmates call toilet wine. This is the same man who told the court he was done drinking after 25 years. Prison officials found the brew during a random inspection and even thought about moving him to another unit. Imagine that, a billionaire mogul reduced to a jailhouse fruit juice just to feel control again. Money can buy comfort, not character. Diddy caught drinking toilet brew inside Fort Dix. Yeah.
Now, see, just so y'all understand, we call it toilet water, like I said earlier in Jamaica, I said dirty water, right? That's because it be from all the different fruit, it got that nasty brown color, or if you use orange juice, it'll have like an orange color, look like orange juice. So usually make the wine with like orange juice, and it'd be more orange juice than fruit, so it'd have more like an orange juice look. But when they put it in it, I've seen sometimes they made wine that looked brown like chocolate. You know what I mean? That's what you call dirty water. But that's why you take that, and that's why you cook it and turn it into what they call moonshine, what we call fire. You know what I mean? So now you put the hose in the bag, like I said, of the dirty toilet water. And then when you put the stinger in it and the bag heat up, it sweats, and the sweat come out in clear liquid. And that's what makes what they call white lightning. So don't say you didn't know. Don't say I didn't tell you. That's where we at. I think I've been on here long enough, man. But good looking. Thank y'all for tuning in. If you want me to do more lives, let me know. I'm not really into it because, like, it's Friday night. I got to be outside, and I'm trapped in here doing this with y'all, but I'm really enjoying myself. And make sure you go cop my brother's book at Lee Hands. You know what I mean? It's a freedom redemption story. You know, Miracle of Men. And thanks for the donation, Ms. Hempley. Thank you. And thanks for everyone else that donated. You all appreciate it. Let's keep it moving. All right.
Cheers, cheers, toast the crime, toast the crime, the crime, the crime, the crime.
Fresh out the can of 26, he back on the strip, getting back in the mix. What he mentions a gift. You stand up 10 toes down, and I suggest you pay attention to this. Take a little gully posse and put it in Harlem. He cut from the bottom, came up from the bottom. Drop the book, you should go and get it. The Instagram page and the YouTube, you could go and visit. Then you could consider yourself LinkedIn. Sit front row and get Jews from a kingpin. How he went through it, so you ain't gotta go do it. To not pay attention would be stupid. Talking about a man that probably put your grandfather on. Probably the reason that him and your grams got along. A man that generated millions on the block, did his time, never squilling to the cops, Mecca audio.
Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. Mecca what? Mecca audio. And we gon' do it like we gon' do it like